contract with the, and if we had gone through with it, kept the dojo open, in fact, he would have had money to repay that. But Bud Billings never gave. Now, I'm going to take that back. Bud Billings gave to the community, like to the schools with the handicapped kids and stuff. He gave to that. In business, Bud Billings wouldn't give you a dime unless you got 29 cents back, you know. So that's not true. He never paid Bud back that money, and it was not a gift.
And it was more than $5,000.
In my recollection, it was more than $5,000. I'm not saying that my recollection is more than $5,000.
Did Patrick ever tell you anything about the dealings? If him and Bud had fallings out, or Bud was pressuring him too hard about the repay?
He told me that Bud told him, oh, I know what it was. Before the dojo failed, he went back into Bud and said, you know, Bud, I've got all these accounts receivable coming in, but I'm short in cash now, and would you like to buy part of my dojo? And Bud said, I don't want to get in the dojo business. I got this from Bud. Bud told me this. He said, I told him I didn't want to get in the dojo business. I just wanted to get my money paid back. But I didn't want to invest anymore in the dojo business. And Patrick said he'd get it to him as soon as he can. And he said, I don't really know what that means, but you know, as far as I know, he never paid back the money, and it was not.
It was not a donation.
It was not a donation.
Has Pat ever been out to Bud's house?
You know, I was thinking about that when that happened, and I don't know, to tell you the truth, but when Bud had this soft, he could be vicious in business, horrible, but he had this soft spot for kids. So when he found out that Patrick was doing these things where they teach these little kids, you know, a molester is not somebody you don't know, it's somebody you do know.
Right.
You know, which I mean, it's wonderful stuff. When he found out Patrick was doing that, he really wanted to help in any way he could. And I remember his wife and Patrick went down to his office several times, and I don't know if they invited them. It would seem a normal thing as much as for them to invite them out to their house to see their children. But I don't know that for a fact.
So there's chances that they may have.
That's very well could have been. That would have been a normal thing for Bud to do, is you guys come out, because, I mean, everybody was around him. He wanted them to come to his house and meet the kids. And so that would have been a normal thing to do. Absolutely.
But you don't know.
I don't know that
Has
for a
Pat
fact.
ever told you if he's been out there or not? Man, that's a nice place. Anything like that?
He knew where he lived.
How do you know?
Let me think of the conversation. He knew, well, I think everybody knew when he was building it. It was the big thing that everybody knew he was building it. And, you know, it's 7,500 square feet.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge. So everybody knew he was building it. He would invite everybody out to see the different points of construction and everything. And I remember Patrick saying that it was close to near completion, or it was completed, but he knew where it was. I mean, I don't know that he went there. He knew where it was.
He did know.
He did know where it was.
He did know where he lived.
I think everybody that's around anywhere knows where he lives.
Something to be proud of.
It's beautiful.
It is a gorgeous house.
In your opinion, or no, I ain't gonna ask you that. That's inappropriate. So you talked to Pat about a week ago was the last time?
About 2 days ago.
About 2 days ago, which was Thursday. That was the day that...
It was either Wednesday or Thursday. Either Wednesday or Thursday he came to the lot to do the ceratoma. Now, when we can get on the computer and see it, because you can still pull that up. It was either Wednesday or Thursday.
He come by your lot.
Mm-hmm. I know you don't believe anything I said, but...
What was he driving? You recall?
I don't remember, because when he came in, I was busy as I could be. I had customers out there, and I was trying to do that. He was desperately trying to get me to see the Ceratoma Award, and so I just ran in and looked at it, and I said, Patrick, I don't have time to talk. I got to get back to my customers. Well, I just want you to know I'm not lying about this. I said, well, that's good. I'm happy for you. So I went out and waited on my customers.
What's y'all's relationship like? I mean, y'all good friends, or, you know?
He he is like the wayward child that you always want to try to be a good influence on his life. And the story that had been told me about his life was that when he was young, he got in all kinds of trouble. He got sent to prison, and he came back, and his life has been, good. He's tried to do good. He's worked hard, worked jobs, and has tried to live down that part of his life. And it's kind of been, if I can be some kind of influence in his life, it's like Mac's wife would go, why do you do this? I said, it's like a wayward child. I'm thinking if I can help keep him going down this way, and
So she didn't like him either?
No.
Why?
She thought he was manipulative and he wasn't truthful, and those things are true. She thought he just wasn't truthful.
You ever met his wife?
Yes.
What do you think about her?
I think she's wonderful.
Good people?
She's just, they have 6 children.
Right.
She's just sweet and nice and kind and a great mother and very involved in all that children, services for the children, and yeah, she's wonderful. So as far as Homeland Security asked me the same thing, because they said, you can normally judge people by the people that surround them. Well, you got somebody bad that surrounds you. What's your relationship? It's more like a father with a child. I mean, to give you an example, he and his wife called me up on Father's Day and said, Happy Father's Day, And after my divorce, my children don't talk to me anymore. So it made me feel good. It's only Father's Day, so that's kind of the relationship is, hey, you've been really, really good father to us, and we want to miss you Father's Day. And last year they called up and wished me Father's Day. So it's kind of that relationship. It's not a friendship relationship. It's not that.
But y'all are close.
We're close like a father and a wayward son. Yeah.
Did you know that his mother bought him a vehicle? Did he tell you that?
He told me that he'd been driving a red Expedition. He had a red Expedition for 2 or 3 years, and he told me that his mother bought the red Expedition in in her name, because his credit wouldn't qualify for it. And he told me about 6 weeks ago that his mother filed bankruptcy. It's like their business went to crap, and their mother filed bankruptcy, and he was losing his Expedition. So
he told you that?
Yeah, he told me he was losing the Expedition.
So he's got financial problems.
He's got financial problems. You know what Homeland Security said? How does he make his money? And I said, I think through all the seminars that he does.
They've talked to you about him?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they just talked to you about the other boy.
Mm-hmm. Homeland Security talked to me about him too.
So they're curious about him.
Well, he asked that. He said, he and Tim, the way this other thing happened was he and Tim and I didn't even know he was Homeland Security till towards the end of it, and I thought he was a sheriff's investigator. But he asked me, tell me about how he makes his money. And I said, I know he does private lessons, self-defense lessons. They charge like $100 an hour or something, and he's got these kids that he does that, and it's donations. And I know this, prior to the car business failing, about every car dealer, Sandy Sansing and all these dealers, donated to his, I'm trying to think the name of it that they call it. If you call on their cell phone, they answer the name of this company. But all the car dealers here donated. Of course, when the car business went bad, all that dried up. I remember Patrick told me he went to see Sandy Sansing to get a donation. Sandy Sansing said, I just can't do it. Car business is too bad.
Okay, and we showed you a picture of this van right here, right?
Yes, sir. I've never seen that van.
You've never seen that van?
You never seen Patrick driving that van?
No, sir.
Right, okay. Did we show you that this morning? I don't remember if we did or not.
No, but I got on the internet and saw that.
Do you think that that's the same van? You're a car dealer.
You know, I would think so, because how many funky looking long